All right, so on this episode, guys, of the exchange, we are going to be talking about. You want to talk about Silver Eagles, or do you want to be talking
Silver Eagles? Sure.
All right, we're going to be talking about Silver Eagles today. Coming up. Recently, a couple other content creators in the stacking niche on YouTube, they said it's time to kind of get back into stacking Silver Eagles again.
Good time. Premium's lowest they've been in a long time. I'm selling them on my site for a spot plus $4.
That's really good.
It's cheap.
That's really good. That's actually very close to wholesale.
Yeah.
That's very close to wholesale.
Yep.
Somebody recently, a friend of mine actually recently texted me actually last night and said, like, Walmart, if you buy them at Walmart and you use like a Walmart card, you get 5% back or something. It comes to like $313 over spot to get the Silver Eagles.
Shit. Not to lower my price.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying for you.
Compete with Walmart.
You gotta go lower. No, but $4 over spot is very cheap because spot right now is 23 and change.
Yeah, I think wholesale are like $350.
Yes, it is.
You know,
yep.
So.
I think being that would put, you know, a Silver Eagle at around $26.50, $27 for people to buy. I think, yeah, you can make the argument that it would be an okay time to start buying them again.
You know what? And don't get me wrong, I love Eagles. Right now is a great time to buy them. I definitely wouldn't advise people not to buy them right now, but the premiums have dropped so much on other stuff that like getting in silver right now is so cheap.
Right.
You know, I was selling 100-ounce bars for 75 cents over spot. You know, so it's really under $1. And even I just put a bunch of Silvertown products, 1-ounce and 10-ounce Sunshine Mint bars, $1.25 over spot.
So,
you know,
guys,
it's so cheap, man. It's like ridiculous right now. I might even go lower, but good time to buy.
And here's why I don't mind like shouting out Andrew's website, because we sell very different products. And you know, think about this for a second. If he's selling 75 cents over spot, you know, per ounce for 100-ounce bars and everything, I mean, you're talking like you're working really close to the numbers.
Yeah.
Unless you're like buying those bars, like, are you buying them just from other businesses, right? You're
well,
not really buying from the public.
I buy from other businesses. I buy it a little bit, you know, cheaper than obviously what I'm selling it for. And I only list it for a couple days. If I give it 3 days. If it doesn't sell, I dump it right on the wholesale market. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I take in these huge lots. I post a lot of them on Instagram and social media and stuff, and like I cherry pick them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you can move in,
if there's $100,000 worth of stuff, maybe I only keep 8 or 10 of the premium stuff out of the lot, and everything else gets sold on wholesale, and I have my money to operate again.
You know what's funny? I mean? One of our recent recording sessions, you had like a whole wide variety of like John Wayne stuff. And we're like, oh yeah, no, I'll probably take those from you. Completely forgot. Left and gone.
Got every one of them. Got some of them listed on my site.
Oh, there you go.
See, those products are funny. See, they're nice. And maybe we could shoot a video of them later.
Yeah.
I have all of them. Really premium stuff. Really Perth Mint.
Right.
You know, all kind of stuff.
The collectibles.
Yeah, the high-end collectible stuff. I listed some of it on my website. Haven't moved any of it. Impossible to sell. Half the price of what I see it anywhere else.
I know. The website, I think your position, you're kind of more of like the bread and butter type of typical stuff. People that are looking to buy the silver and gold at a good price as opposed to buying like the collectibles.
You know, to add on to what I was saying about these collectibles. So I called a couple companies, and like these things retail for big money.
Right.
So I called a couple wholesalers who are big online retail, and they said, listen, if you only have one of each product, we'll give you a couple dollars over spot. You know, like we have to pay our people to list it, to make a listing for it, to list it on our website. You know what I mean? So if you want to get that premium, you have to sell it yourself.
Right.
And, you know, so now I'm stuck with them.
Right.
I paid the couple dollars over that, you know, that I got, you know what I mean? And I thought they would move fast and you know, be a good seller on the website, but they didn't move.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's the thing too.
Thank God there was only like 50 ounces of it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of dealers too, like being that the premiums have been coming down so much in precious metals. You know, I would imagine in your position, it's got to get difficult when you have to like deal in so much volume to kind of make the same net profits.
I don't know if you seen a post I posted recently with the Engelhart 100-ounce bars.
No.
I bought maybe 15 of them from somebody, 100-ounce bars. I was at minus 25 cents.
Like what you were selling it?
What I purchased it at.
Oh, okay.
And even on the wholesale market, they're paying minus 15 cents. It's like, making $10 a bar, even on gold. It's really
the gold is tough right now.
Gold is tough. You have to adjust. You have to pay less. There's really nothing you can do.
There isn't. I actually just sold some gold at a loss because nobody wanted it, and I just didn't want to have it.
What are you selling gold to, Stormy?
To the people on here, you.
I was going to say, don't
bastards.
be selling no one on the wholesale market, man. I'll match anybody's price for you.
No,
dude.
no. I sold at a loss just because I didn't want it anymore. I bought 1/20th ounce gold maples. I only had 5 of them. I spent like $166 or $167 on each of them. Nobody wanted them, and I tried multiple times on my live stream, so I ended up selling them. I just dumped them for $150 each.
Yeah, but you know what? I talked to a lot of business owners, precious metal dealers, and sales are just slow right now.
Yeah,
for everybody. I don't care. I deal with some pretty big companies, and they all tell me the same thing.
What do you think is causing the slowness?
I see it. It's in every industry I see right now. Seems like I have friends that own watch businesses that deal in diamonds.
Businesses are
yeah.
You see
I guess the high end
creators...
and luxury is starting to take a hit right now. I don't think things are as good
nice
as they seem out there. I think a lot of people are struggling. I think they're cutting corners. I think they're
they might
really
be
holding on to whatever they have and
right.
But
I'm wondering what is causing the mindset, because when you look at the numbers, when you look at unemployment rates, everything still seems to be on the up and up. So
I guess you can always manipulate numbers to make them look good and but I see too. So I buy from a lot of stores. You need a tax ID number to sell to me, and like the volume that's been coming in this year this 2023 was the busiest year I've ever had in business.
Okay.
So that says a lot about what's going on out there. And I know we always post business about the coins and the bullion, but a majority of my business is refining and buying the scrap gold and stuff like that. And people are selling their gold when they need money and they need that extra cash to pay bills, to do whatever they, to come up with extra money, and that's the one thing about gold is liquidity. You know what I mean? And it's happening all over the world. All over the United States.
Speaking of gold, Mr. T over here has a couple new collections. I don't know if you wanted to show your.
Well, I changed. I had this one made. I had it on today.
Flipping insane. I just. He's like all tangled up. Look at this is what he wears on a daily basis, guys. Look at this flipping thing.
This is a lion. It's about maybe 8-10 carats in diamonds, and I had this diamond clasp put on it.
This is
this cross
craziness. It's just insane. Are you gonna
I'm not gonna wear this much, but I have it on now.
I'm gonna come in here one day, and you're gonna be like all hunched over because you're just buying so much. It's just holding you down.
It's funny because I have 4 on right now with 2 charms. And I said, you know what? This year I'm going to cut it back. I have 2 nice rings. I'm going to wear 2 nice chains and 2 nice charms. Then I seen that lion head. And I said, you know what? It was a couple $1,000s. I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I said, you know what? I'll buy that for myself.
You work hard.
Why not, And then the cross came in. I said, you know what? I'll keep that for myself too. So now instead of 2 chains with 2 charms, now I have 4 chains with 4 charms.
But what if you take all 4 of them and just put them on one chain, and then it's like you only but treat it as like one piece. Do you get what I'm saying? Or solder them together just to make this like big thing here. And since we're now on the topic of jewelry, and guys, this is something that happens all the time. It's like a stream of consciousness. We're talking about one thing, and then we're going to
just get way off topic.
But the majority of your business, you said, is refining scrap gold. And you were saying before we started recording today that you really think that people should essentially be buying gold in scrap. But now, are you saying this because, some people might comment, that's his business. So of course he's going to say people should buy that.
You know what? People don't understand. I sell gold.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So recently, since we even had this conversation that of our went on our last podcast, I had tons of people reach out that want to buy scrap gold as investment. I started putting it on my website. It's the same thing. You list it by the gram.
Right.
There's a small premium.
Right.
There's
no
there's a
difference
purity.
of,
It's literally no different. And like I said, you get to wear it.
Right.
You know, there's nothing else. What other investment can you wear?
Right.
You know,
Watches.
Yeah, but you know what? A watch falls on the ground, it breaks. You know what I mean? That
That's
gold,
true.
you know.
That's true.
I sold a guy a gold chain one time, and I mean a massive Cuban chain. This is a crazy story. And he said he was in a major city. He was standing on a corner, right? A guy in a backseat of a car came right over, grabbed him by his neck, grabbed him by the chain, right around his neck, pulled him. The chain wouldn't break. It was such a big, heavy Cuban.
Right.
It dragged him for 20, 30 feet. You
Oh.
know? The chain didn't break. The guy let go. But he was all scraped up. And,
Right.
you know, could you imagine?
I mean, I couldn't because I don't have anything like.
I hope mine wouldn't break.
Well, because you've got so many
I
together.
try not to wear these out in public.
Yeah. What when people wear nothing around their neck, do you like cringe? Like
Listen, everyone has their preferences, man. I don't hold anything against.
I don't like
anybody.
how it feels.
It's weird, you know. You know,
I don't like things around my neck.
people with money that have substantial money that I've met don't wear anything. You know,
I'm not one of those people, unfortunately. I wish
Stormy,
I was.
this guy's loaded.
Yeah,
He's got twice the amount of money I have. And
I wish that were the case. We all know that this is not true.
but some guy, I've met a couple of really wealthy people in my life, and like zero.
Yeah.
Don't own a watch, have zero on the jewelry on their neck, no rings, you know. So, and then I've met people that have nothing, that wear some of the nicest jewelry I've ever seen. You know, it depends on
just preference and
just
what they
depends
want,
on preference,
where they put
you know.
their money.
But as an investment, you know, I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
The way that I sell it anyway, and you know, a couple dollars over melt, it's really no different than buying investment grade bullion. You
Right.
know what I mean? Plus, you could wear it. A big plus.
So going back to the topic too that we were started out with the Silver Eagles.
Yes. Oof, man, are we off topic?
Oh, it's okay, because you know what I'm going to do is I'll take this sound bite of talking about Silver Eagles, and I'll put that in the front so they know we're talking about it, even though they're going to be sitting through
cut this part out.
3 hours. No, I'm not cutting this out. This stays. I showed you the other videos that I keep all this in.
Yeah.
If they don't buy Silver Eagles right now, then do you think they should just be sticking to like the bigger bars, like 10 to 100 ounce bars,
you know
just
what?
because for bang for the buck, or do you think?
And you know, I keep getting asked like a lot of these questions, right? And everybody's budget's different. You came in here and wanted to spend $25,000 in silver, I wouldn't be selling you anything 1 ounce unless it was a monster box. You know what I mean, or anything like that. Everybody. It depends on what your budget is and
why
what,
though.
Know.
Just because you get more ounces for your money if you're.
Yeah, you know, I definitely would never recommend. Although, if you had storage, you know, it depends on the you know. Some of these people that call me and want to invest in silver have storage. They want to invest in 1,000-ounce bars. They want the cheapest way in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you get people that come in here and they want to buy 2 ounces of silver. You know what I mean? His only way in is to buy, you know, the highest pricing tier, and
right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what he's buying.
Right. That's the same thing with like.
And it's funny, some of these comments like, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I say, listen, the guy wants to buy 2 ounces of silver. What advice do you want me to give him? Buy more? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm just laughing at the idiots that post some of those comments. And what's amazing too, and those of you, like, I don't know if any of you will actually read the comments.
I do.
Andrew reads all of them, which is nice for me because I don't have to. Andrew just responds like, all right,
you know
he's
what?
on
It's my first time doing stuff like this. Even recently, just I've been posting a lot more and getting in front of the camera more, and like,
how's that been going for you? Are you enjoying it, or are you still?
Yeah, you know, I've met a lot of good people. I gained a lot of new customers, but there's always just weird people out there, man.
Very.
So I did a silver video the other day. This is I don't know if you've seen that on YouTube. It was the Silvertown Mint. It was a stacks, and I was just going like this through the stacks of 1 ounce.
You'll realize soon that I don't watch anybody's comments.
So gee, thanks, man. So I put them on. I listed them. I said, oh, these are available for my site. Spot plus $1.25. I have them listed for. It's just so cheap, dude. You know. So the first comment guy writes. Silver's $25. You're selling them for $45. No thanks. He writes on there. And I got so pissed off. I go back, I look at my website. There's not even anything for $45 an ounce on the whole entire website. And I wrote back and said, listen, what a stupid comment. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Just a hater.
There's a bunch. I mean, you saw there's like a whole bunch of the haters out there, and
I've never done that on social media. Never
hate on others.
Never in my life have I ever like commented underneath saying like,
right.
How do I know that's real? Or just what the hell would you waste your time busting someone's balls?
That's what they do. But you'll get to the point where you'll.
It works some days.
You'll realize you could just very quickly just block them and move on. It takes a while because usually I always go at them, and every once in a while the ones that I do go at, I'll send you screenshots and like
there's some funny ones out there.
I know you like those, but eventually you'll get to the point where I'm not going to even waste my time. You just block and then you just go to the next comment. It's
There's
much
always
faster.
Good comments too. The good comments outweigh the bad.
Of course they do, and you get the because you know what I think generally everybody wants the affirmation. They want to be the approval and people to support them. And then when you get the haters, it's very hard not to respond. And the other thing is like a lot of the time those people wouldn't be saying that to your face.
Not in a million
years.
No,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you can't get too hung up on those clowns. But for me, for Silver Eagles, I don't stack silver. Actually, I think we'll talk about this in the next recording as to why I don't really stack silver. But, in my opinion, should you guys be buying Silver Eagles right now? Kind of like what Andrew said, it all depends on what your budget is. Do I think though it's like price wise? Do I think it's a good time? I think. Hold on. I think. Yeah, they're sub $28, $27. Yeah, I think you can make the argument to buy them. Plus, Maple Leafs, Britannia's, Philharmonics, they're not too far off from there. So if you really like Silver Eagles and you were waiting for a time to get in and buy them, because for the last 2 years I've been telling people don't buy Silver Eagles. The premiums were astronomical. Yeah, I think you could make the argument to buy them. Should you stack them hard? Again, it's up to your budget.
The question is now, though, right? The premiums on Silver Eagles skyrocketed at one time. They came back down.
They're like at 40 something. Yeah.
Then they went back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they came back down. The question is, will they repeat the cycle of going up to a high premium? So if you bought them right now, and the premium went lower, it's kind of
it stings.
It stings. But if you bought it right now and a year from now, they go back up to, who knows what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It goes up to $15, $16. It's a home run.
But that's why
playing the premium game.
But we always say, a lot of people in stacking, and you too, always, tell people it's a long-term thing though. You don't want to just back up the truck in one moment, dump all of your money into precious metals, and then 6 months from then, the price fluctuates so much that you're screwed. You want to be consistently buying over a longer period of time.
Adjusting your...
And it fixed like that. Then you don't have to worry about that scenario. So that's why I'm like, okay, if you guys are going to buy Silver Eagles, buy a tube today. Sure. Give it a couple months, buy another tube.
But I have had a couple examples, me selling personally, Silver Eagles when, when it was $15, $16 over.
Yeah.
And as a dealer, you had to charge those prices. That's what the wholesale.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what the prices were at the time, and even advising against it. So when it was 27, I had people paying $15 over, $16 over. Man, how were they ever going to get their money back? Where if they bought now, they'd be fine.
Yes,
you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying about the premiums, and it's another thing on top of the market. Right now the price dipped a little bit. It's a good time to buy price-wise, and the premium's down. It's like a double, definitely a good investment right now. I'd always advise against Silver Eagles because of the high premium, but they've come down. Now there's no reason not to buy them.
Yeah, yeah. We want to know, are you guys stacking Silver Eagles? If you're not stacking Silver Eagles, then what is it that you're stacking right now? Who's that? Is that going to be like our weekly call-in? While he's answering the phone, I'm getting my coffee. As we're actually just about to wrap. We're about to wrap this up.
Imagine that. I got everything set up this morning. Got everything going. I forgot to turn my cell phone off.
It happens. But we're going to be talking about stacking in 2024. This video is not sponsored by Duncan, and we should call that person back to see who it was. Guys, make sure you check out BayshoreBullionExchange.com and EmpirePreciousMetals.com for all of your collectible and bullion needs, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Have a good weekend, guys.